Wife of a year cheated on me. Swears it was one time mistake and wants to make it work. Does anyone have any experience with making a relationship, marriage, work post infidelity?
Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started.
Wife of a year cheated on me. Swears it was one time mistake and wants to make it work. Does anyone have any experience with making a relationship, marriage, work post infidelity? I know Reddit is not always most positive place, but I'm looking for any success stories regarding infidelity. My wife, 27 female of 1 year, dated 3 years, cheated on me with a coworker, and I, 30 male, wants to see if we can make it work. Sorry for the long post. This all happened last night, and I'm just trying to make sense of it. Like I said in the title, Reddit tends to be a place where people speak truth to power. And from browsing threads, the general consensus is that it'll never work and that I should leave her. However, I'm looking for anyone who has been cheated on by their spouse and has been able to work through it. I expect to hear plenty of once a cheater, always, and advise the lawyer up and ditch her now. I would really like to anything positive right now. Stories that tell me that I'm not being a fool and cad by staying with her. We started dating 4 years ago and got married last summer. She started a new job that she loves this year and met a lot of people at her job that are her age and on her wavelength. About a month ago, she left her phone at home and she got a weird message from a coworker that popped up on a screen. I opened her phone. We don't keep passwords from each other. And read these along. Snappy text messages from him and responses from her saying that she doesn't want to go see him because she doesn't feel like she can trust herself. My heart drops. I feel sick and immediately start asking her about this and instant messaging. She races home from work and sobs about making a mistake and that nothing happened and that nothing would ever happen. That she got carried away from the attention and didn't know how to stop it, but that is definitely over and that she wants to do everything to make the relationship work. I accept this and we find a counselor for her to go see and arrange for us to go to couples therapy. Due to insurance, we can only find a couple of counselors and have to wait a few weeks before going. She went to her first session last Friday and we are supposed to have our first couple session on Thursday. I went out of town over the weekend and came home to her complaining about an upset stomach and that she feels really sick. I try and make her feel better and then she starts sobbing and breaks down and tells me that she made a mistake while I was gone. I pry out of her what happened and she tells me that she went into work over the weekend and got a call from the guy who was messaging her. She answers it and he says he wants to talk and they meet. They talk, he kisses her, she kisses back. He fingers her and then says he has a condom. He puts it on, sticks it in her, and then she immediately stops. Says she made a mistake and gets up and leaves. I get these details from her. I feel like an idiot because I saw something threatening to our relationship and couldn't manage to stop it. She tells me that she made a mistake and I blow up and start yelling and screaming and crying. I tell her to give me her ring and pack up her shit and go. But she freaks out and relented to let her stay the night on the couch. She says that the episode made her so sick, but also was given her great clarity about our relationship and how much she doesn't want to lose me and what we have. I believe her that it was a one-time thing. I believe her that she is a really story and that it won't happen again. I still achingly love her, but how can I continue in a relationship that I feel has been utterly violated? She didn't just make a mistake. She undermined the basis of our affection and trust in one another. She did something that not only affronts our relationship and history, but undermines my masculinity, virility, and sense of self. She did the most selfish thing that someone can do in a relationship, and now wants to work through it. She's made me feel mean and angry and hateful towards her. Emotions I never thought I could feel towards her. She seems to think that therapy will be a panacea for this, but I don't know if that will be enough. I've never been in therapy. I'll probably have to start to now. She believes that if we stick together, we can make this work, and that she has heard of tons of people who have persevered through this. I remain skeptical. So, my question to anyone reading this is if they have personal experience with making a marriage work after infidelity. I am willing to make a stab at it, but will the feeling of betrayal and anger ever really leave? Is the relationship doomed from here on out? Is doing therapy and staying together just prolonging the inevitable? I realize that Reddit is maybe not the best place to ask this, but I am figuring out how I can talk about this to someone I know. I feel humiliated and don't know how I can tell anyone, family or friends, about this. If we do manage to make it through this, then she'll always be tainted in their eyes.